Cool.
They fixed it. It'd be like, oh, sorry,
He almost did it
you almost did it again. But it'll be so funny.
I can't start until somebody
Oh, shit.
does.
I'm waiting for the chit chat to be done.
There we go.
Yes. Hold on.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Midnight Movie Distillery. I'm one of your hosts. Let's get ready to
Logan
go.
Lynch!
Lynch!
I'm another one of
You
your
gotta do it.
hosts.
You gotta do wrestling opening, Chris.
I'm another one of your hosts. You may have a seat, but you'll only need the edge of the seat. No.
What the
What's
frick?
it like? You may have a whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
You see that? That was an opportunity that you
Sucked away.
That's it.
Anyway, I guess I'm Warwick Price.
And I'm the one at the end, Lon Black.
Ooh, see? That was a long...
The crowd goes wild.
What are we doing?
We got good stuff today. A lot of good stuff, right? So we watched a movie. We got some alcohols.
Yes.
Movie was Death of a Unicorn.
Death of
Yeah.
a unicorn.
I'd say highly
Is
anticipated.
this where the unicorn was in the convalescent home?
It was,
And there was
and-
another unicorn.
Yeah,
with
they
a
just,
puppet.
Yeah,
Played by John Lithgow.
on the horn.
That's it. I knew it.
And we also do other things.
Yeah,
What
I'll
else?
just talk.
What else do we
We're
do?
funny.
What
we
else?
think.
Oh,
We do bourbon.
booze.
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 Sorry, I would say
Booze.
bourbon because that's.
So
That
here's
is very
a
long.
question. So you got to do how's the phrase go? Is it liquor before beer, lime still queer, something like that?
Wow.
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 Is that who it was? I think-
Where did that come from?
I have no
Wow.
idea. But
Wow.
liquor
But-
before beer, you're in the clear, right?
Beer before hard, you're in the yard. Hard before beer, you're in the clear. Beer before hard, you're in the
I
yard.
have not heard hard.
I've
That
never.
sounds queer to me.
You've never heard that one?
No.
Did you ever go to college?
I did, but probably not gay
Did you go
college.
to Faber College?
It's the thing.
So-
If you've been drunk a bunch of beer and then you put hard liquor on top of that, you're putting it on top of the bubbles and you're more likely to puke. If you put the hard liquor at the bottom and the bubbles on top, it's okay. It's purple, you won't puke.
I don't know about that.
Have
I've
you
always
tried
heard
both?
liquor before.
I just think you're not supposed to mix grain and.
that's what
Beer before liquor,
grape
never
and
been
grain.
censored.
Grape
I
and
always
grain is what you're thinking.
Okay.
So you
Yes.
don't mix wine and whiskey, for
No.
instance.
So
No.
But I did that too.
Can we get to the alcohol part?
yeah, we've got
Oh, we
alcohol.
can.
So I'll let Lon bring his out first.
Oh, you have one as well?
Yeah.
Wow.
I have more than
I
A little summit.
I will tell you this. It is not a bourbon.
Okay.
Is it Pisco?
It is not a Pisco.
Pisco.
And
Well, I'm still burping.
it's not a whiskey at all.
I covered that.
This is going to I believe this is going to upset Logan quite a bit.
You bastard!
Blood of a
We
unicorn.
have blood
So-
of a unicorn.
So let's just
Give me
say
a close up.
No way.
I see you.
No
and I
way.
raise you.
Oh,
now.
which one? That's different. That's
So
different.
yes. So good news is where is it at? Hold on, it's in here
You
somewhere.
got a different beer.
I got a shit ton of different beers. Oh, there it is.
Which one?
So there I got Ninja versus Blood of the Unicorn.
Okay, that's
So that's a different one.
Spin off of this one, same brand.
And
same
I also,
type
these
one.
are, in case you couldn't tell, there's a theme here. The World is Ours, which has unicorns
You
on
got
the
to.
front.
Can you here? Send those over here. We'll
Oh,
get them
yeah,
in
here
front
you
of
go.
the camera.
You pass along. I also got gingerbread
Wrong one.
unicorn. Oh, that
Wrong
wrong
one.
He's not
There you go.
There you go. Gingerbread unicorns. Send them over, Ward. Oh, Jesus.
Whoa.
Why do I need my glasses for this? Holy shit. Put me in
A
Wild
convalescent
Pine
home.
Muse. All right. South
There you
Paw Peach, which has another unicorn on it.
Oh, have you noticed that the camera's moving?
Yeah, what's up with that?
I think it's trying to
Can you
follow.
fix that in live?
I think
in
it
real
likes
time?
forward.
I
Anyway, we got a lot of them. So, all right. Then I also have Sparkle Theory, which is another unicorn with good stuff. Wait. There we go. Let's do that. Okay. And then last but not least, we have Side Quest, which has yet another unicorn on it. So I kind of went to Trader Joe's and I was shocked that there was that many
Top.
unicorn beers.
And he said, "Give me the gayest."
look at that. It keeps
I know.
drifting.
I probably looked like the most,
The cameras continue to drift.
yeah, that's all right.
Well, also it's a little bit
It
like,
keeps drifting.
So there we go.
It likes Logan.
but it's a little bit slow.
So what I'm thinking
Yes,
we
it's not
do,
quite-
I was worried that you were going to do this because I remember we did discuss this at one
We
point.
did.
And I was worried you were going to do that, so that's why I grabbed all the other ones.
Can I just point out that yours are warm?
Did you keep them on the engine block
Mine are ice cold.
on your way here?
No, I did not.
Oh, that's right. You have a Prius.
No, actually, I got a van now.
You do?
No,
What do you have?
I've got a. It's a Van Zam, is what I call it. Sorry. So, all right. Oh, oh yeah, we're not gonna pour in.
No,
Okay,
we don't
let's
need
go.
to pour.
No, we're men.
We're men.
Well, that's why I only bought one of each. So,
Cheers.
Blood of the Unicorn. I have
Cheers.
had this before.
Cheers.
You have or
I
have
will
not?
share something with you after we've tried it. So
Ooh.
you guys go ahead and have a sip there. So Blood of the Unicorn comes from Pipeworks Brewing Company out of Chicago. This is a hoppy red ale.
It is, and that's what does it too, because it's hoppy, but it's also a red ale, which is also hoppy. So I would not put it in the realm of an IPA, but it's definitely a red ale overall. But it just does taste a little closer to an IPA
It does.
Without
That's the
quite as much.
without as much hops.
Yes.
Of course. So there is Blood of the Unicorn, but there's also Ninja versus Blood of the Unicorn.
Which would be awesome if it wasn't fucking warm.
It's not.
But I like it.
It's not warm, is it?
What do you?
It's chilled.
Dude.
Okay,
chill.
I'm going to rip on English people. This is chilled for the English.
Sure,
Yeah,
see?
no
Yeah,
shit.
That's how it should be.
No
Don't
shit.
you drink Guinness warm? Isn't that how it's supposed to be?
No, room temperature.
So, what do we want to give the?
Oh yeah, we got to rate it. We can't say whether we like it.
So how are we doing this? Because there's no
There's a
way.
lot.
There's no way I'm
we
drinking
can
all of
sample.
these.
What? No, we're supposed to just try the other one.
So we can take another one and pour it into our glasses
Yes.
to get another
Yeah,
sample
yeah.
that way. So
Let's
which
go that
one
way.
shall we crack open? That's going to
So
be.
do we want to go
fun?
through all of them drinking and maybe discussing the movie and
All
then
of
rate
them?
them all along?
I don't know if we could want to do all of them. That's a lot of beer, Mr. Lynch.
So good.
I definitely do not want the gingerbread unicorn.
I think I'm going to throw up in my mouth.
Right? Because it's gingerbread unicorn.
It's as if
That's a cold one.
I was licking Jenny Penn's butt.
Right? Hit her arsehole.
Her
Oh,
arsehole.
God, that was disgusting.
Okay, let's
rate this
rate
one.
what we
Okay.
have.
Okay.
Now,
And it's in the beer realm.
so I can't
this is a
compare
beer.
it to.
You can compare it to every beer you've ever had. Good luck with that.
I mean,
So,
there's gonna be lots of burping in this episode.
Yeah.
yes, there will be some gaseous emissions.
Oh, a lot of bubbles.
Yeah, we'll do this.
A lot of bubbles.
I think you guys have tainted my taste buds, but we'll leave that at.
Your taste buds
Tainted?
might taint. What?
Yes.
Okay.
That's Jenny Penn's.
Okay.
Jenny Penn's
That
taint,
was the last episode. Please go back and watch that.
because you'll hear us talk about taint. Actually, I don't think we mentioned taint once.
Did we?
Now you just mentioned it like 7 times, but that's okay.
Yes.
Has everybody
I-
picked? It
I-
looks like Logan. I mean,
I'm ready.
Warwick is still picking.
I'm still picking my
Nose.
nose,
What?
my taint.
Belly
Taint.
Belly button.
Okay,
Are you set?
I'm ready.
1.
2. Oh, wow.
Oh,
Jesus Christ, I did it.
I mean, Warwick pulled a Logan. Oh, you
no,
didn't.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
I give it
So
a 3.
let's hear it.
So-
Logan.
So
No, no,
I,
no,
What did you
have?
what
wrote?
did you give it?
No,
oh,
what'd you give
sorry, I gave it a 3-2.
it? 3-2.
I gave it a 2-4.
I gave it a 2-4.
There you go.
Look at you
Um,
guys.
It's enjoyable.
Yeah, it's not
I
bad.
know we're not beer drinkers. Well, you guys aren't.
It
I
just-
used to be back in the day.
I like a beer.
Yeah.
I just
I love beer.
to me there's just nothing.
Michelob High Life.
No.
It's good. It's just not great. It
Yeah.
tastes like a red ale. I wish they would have made it either a full-on IPA or an English ale or something like that.
It's a little hoppy for my taste.
It's a little hoppy, especially if you're expecting a red ale.
But it's funny because it's like to me I like a hoppy IPA,
True.
but
Too much
it's
hops.
like this is just not quite there. It's like it
Little
doesn't
flat
it
on
doesn't
the
quite know
finish.
what it wants to be.
Yeah. It's a little flat. Like a unicorn. Oh
my
my
God.
God.
Is it a horse or is it a horny horse?
Oh,
Is it flat like a unicorn?
flat.
But it's not flat like because unicorns have a big horn.
Oh, good point.
By very nature, they are
Oh my.
horny.
Here it comes.
Pointed. Horny.
Oh, Lord.
Does it make you horny?
Okay, here, why don't we do this?
Oh,
Why don't you
so
guys
perfect.
pick one that we can try out of the bunch?
Holy crap.
Maybe what we'll do is we'll keep some of the ones we don't, and then those will be giveaways
You know,
at the next
you know, you can
live
tell,
viewing.
you know, you can
Which we
tell
need to
it's a
talk about.
quality beer
Mhm.
is when the label is a bumper sticker that's put across and it doesn't even fit correctly because there's a whole bunch of air bubbles and creases in it. That's how you know there's a quality beverage in there. So we're going to put that aside.
So,
Okay.
so
Oh,
needless,
they're all that. Never
needless to
mind.
say, Pipeworks will not be sponsoring us.
Well, there is the Ninja Versus. So what's the Ninja deal? Why is it Ninja Versus?
Good question. That's another one of their ales.
Right, because
I believe that's an IPA.
Ninja Versus. Well, oh, this is a double IPA.
Yeah.
Okay, well now I think we should try that one.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna try this guy. Wow,
Ninja
all I did is
Uni.
type in Ninja Versus, and it came up as
Ninja Versus,
Uh,
but
uh,
it's
are we
below the unicorn.
are we
Ninja
opening
Versus
this?
the unicorn. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Open
It
it.
has got a score of 95
out of 3,000?
out of 7,000. No. It's an ABV
Oh,
of
wow.
8%.
It's smelly.
Is it smelly?
Mm-hmm.
It has
Don't be
500
jelly.
reviews. The epic, it's celebrating the epic battle between two of the biggest hop heads of lore. There we go. Brewed with over
Biggest
5 pounds of hops per barrel, this unfiltered double IPA is sure to please the most discerning hop lover. So that should be you. Whether you're rooting for the mythical horned horse or the deadly assassin of
Oh
the
my
East,
God.
we hope you'll enjoy Ninja versus Unicorn.
Taste it just to see whether it's off.
Oh, it's very fruity. It's very fruity.
It is like,
You know what that smells like?
What?
Jenny Pin's asshole.
it does smell.
It could.
That smells pungent.
Okay.
Yeah, what's the fruit? The fruit that like
Durian?
the durian fruit where
Why
it's
did
like
I know what you were talking about?
because it's like I think if you cover your nose and you don't smell it, it's better.
Yeah, yeah.
See, now
I'm
I
with
like
that.
this more than Blood of the Unicorn.
The taste,
Yes. Did you try it?
not the smell.
Yes.
Yeah,
did-
no,
I
I
did
think
taste
the taste is well, we should rate it if we're gonna do this.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, we should rate it.
Fuck, I don't remember what I gave the last one.
We gave it a
2-4.
2-4.
Yeah.
6-8. Who do we appreciate?
Blood versus unicorn.
Yes. So I guess technically then I should give it a higher score.
Technically,
Um,
I'll give it. I took a big gulp, not 3 sips, but
Coffee.
hold your breath going into it.
It's a little different.
that's what the gypsy said.
Wow. Ready?
Yes.
1,
2.
Jesus.
Well, I did rate it higher.
I did too.
Logan gives it a 3.4.
What did you get the last one?
3.2.
3.4.
Um,
Mr. Lynch. Well, you talked to it. You gave it the
So
high
I gave it the
score.
high score because I have had this before. I was not a huge fan of Blood of the Unicorn. I was more a fan of this one. I don't know if it's because of, which I'm not a hoppy person, but this was, I'm a sad guy. No, I don't, yes, I got it. Spit take, get it out of me.
oh
Anyway,
God,
uh,
that was one of the funny ones you were talking about.
yeah,
Right,
there you go.
right.
Yeah,
I get every once in
you
a
have to watch it a
Every
second
once in a
time.
Okay, so no, but I this is something that I've had in the past. I did go through like a 4-pack. I think they sell it at 4-packs only. And I've actually used this, and this is a secret. Nobody knows.
As an anal lubricant.
Yes. No. I use this in my chili that I have come in like 3rd
So-
place. before,
Wow.
You put a
overall.
hoppy beer in your chili?
I did.
A hoppy beer in
did.
your chili?
Yes.
Not a stout.
Can you taste it?
It's got a hint. I think the fruitiness and the hoppiness helps. Like it does, it burns off a lot of it, but it's just like a hint of it. It's nice. It
Really?
adds a little bit to my chili.
I would have, being a man who likes to smoke his own meat, what?
Beat.
It's funny. I like to watch him smoke his own meat.
I would not have thought a hoppy beer would be good in any dish because of its bitterness. It's so bitter.
I think I don't know if
How
it
does
just
that help
because
out your
we
chili?
have a chili contest at work every year, and I've
Has,
done
has,
it. and-
has someone walked in and dropped the whole container?
Yes. No.
That should be a TV
That
show.
would be awesome. Yes. It should be somewhere. No, but the No, and I did not think anything was going to happen with it. I just thought dump it in there, see if anybody likes it, and I had a lot of people. What the hell is that? Like I couldn't tell them because it was a secret.
Of course,
So
of course.
they'll have to learn by watching this.
So, and it was the ninja,
It was the ninja versus
versus
blood of the
blood.
unicorn, not the blood of the unicorn.
the ninja
but
versus
the ninja.
unicorn.
Yep. So
Interesting.
So how many people were in the competition? 3?
there was 27 the first year, and then there was 34 the second
Oh,
year.
I thought it was 27
And
the first year.
I
and
was
then
honorable
18
mention.
the
And
second year.
through the second year,
Yeah.
when he came third.
People died off.
Wow. Sad thing is, I was happy with my third, fourth place finish. So I had
You
a
know
lot of
what?
people come up to me after and go, "How did you not win?"
Oh.
I was like,
And you go, I ask that question all the time.
Yeah,
yes.
you know what?
If I'd have put blood of the unicorn in there, probably could have won.
Ninja versus blood of the unicorn.
No, but if you'd have
It's a
put blood,
self-established
if you'd have put blood
assassin.
of the unicorn in, maybe you could have won.
My chili would have always won a competition. My mom's told me that mine was the best.
I don't
Your
like you guys
chili
anymore. Go
beats
talk
my
to it.
chili.
Then what's your reasoning behind it?
um,
I don't drink beer, so
It's-
this sucks.
No,
It-
we drink. He drinks all the time. Whenever he comes to my house,
it's
he drinks. Well,
better.
cold.
It's definitely better with than blood of the unicorn.
Okay.
I think the smell is repulsive, but I think the taste is actually it's pretty good. I think it probably would have maybe got a 3 if it was cold.
Yeah, there's a little bit.
Maybe an hour drive here.
Oh, I know. It's me too. I had such a long drive. I brought a fucking
I
cooler
picked this up on the
with
way
an
here.
ice pack in it to keep it.
You told me I could have put my shit in there. Oh yeah.
We have a
Well,
fridge.
I never know if
It's a
that's
secret.
working.
It's always fucking working.
I don't know.
Just might have shit inside it. Anyway,
Actually.
no, not actual excrement.
Okay. So we also watched the movie.
we
What do
also
have?
watched
We're
a
at like
movie.
17 minutes here. So.
So we watched Death of a Unicorn.
Yep.
Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega.
Tay Leone.
Taylor Young, that's right. That's right. And then the kid who played Joker in Gotham.
Oh
That
no,
was,
that's not him. That's the kid.
No,
this
no,
is
no.
the kid from Vacation.
Flip, not Flip, but the other one.
Will Poulter.
Will Poulter from what's that TV show
He was.
The
TV
one
show.
with that girl
He
and
was
that
in-
guy.
Oh, that one.
The one with the
girl
the one with the guy.
and the guy.
The one with the guy who plays the chef in the Bear, who
Yeah,
plays
yeah,
Flip.
that guy. Are you talking the Chicago show?
Yes,
Shameless?
Shameless.
Yes.
Yeah, because he was the brother. He was the gay brother in Shameless.
No, the guy that was the Joker was the gay brother in Shameless.
Oh.
This isn't him.
Yeah, I was
Well,
gonna
who the
say,
fuck
this
is
is
Will Poulter
He
then?
he was in Guardians of the Galaxy 2? What was it? 2 or 3? 3.
Oh,
Three.
he was the brother.
He was the gold guy.
Yes, yeah.
The gold.
And anyway, we watched
He
Death
was
of a
in that movie, the Vacation movie too,
Yes.
with Jennifer Aniston.
And
Oh,
what's his face?
where they go across the border and yes, I don't even
and
like family, something like the family.
Yeah.
Well, we are so good at this.
We're professional movie watchers
Oh.
and reviewers.
Anyway, so we watched Death of a Unicorn. And
Will Poulter was in We're the Millers. That
We're
was
the Millers.
Vacation one.
Uh,
Forget that one. Nobody knows that one. Chronicles of Narnia. I don't know who the fuck
oh,
was
and he
in
was
that.
in Black. Oh yeah, of course he was in Black Mirror.
but
He was in the
Bandersnatch.
it's like
Bandersnatch,
sixth
yes.
Bandersnatch. Okay. The Bear, of course, he was in Bear Guardians of the Galaxy, as we talked about. But at no place was he in Shameless or.
Maybe he was a
You got
background
the wrong
worker.
guy.
Like I think he did catering on the second
He was a
episode.
PA.
Anyway, we watched Death of a Unicorn, which weirdly seemed to have like a lot of like buzz around it,
It did. It did.
you know, and it's
So
like
you give a quick synopsis of the movie, and then we should rate it.
yes,
Cameron Monaghan, that's who you're thinking of. The guy who was also in Star Wars. He did the voice for the video game.
California.
I'm the HAL 9000.
Come on. In Star Wars.
Oh, you mean Cal Bane?
Cal Casus. Cal Casus.
Yes,
Cal
I
Casus.
meant Cad Bane.
Am I the only one that's not in Star Wars now?
I think
You
so.
don't like Star Wars?
No, it's just
I think
I
this needs
like
to be.
it.
I think this needs to be a two-person show.
Wow.
I like it, but I'm just
No
not
shit.
fanatical about it.
Okay. Well,
Like,
anyway,
I've watched them all.
Okay.
No, I take that back.
moving on.
Yeah.
Ah,
Okay. Let's rate Death of
Well,
a.
do you want to tell them what it's about?
Didn't I just tell him what it's about?
No, you
I
said.
interrupted you because I was
Oh.
proving you wrong. Which one is one of my hobbies.
Yes, I was going into the starring
Yeah.
people. So anyway, these people were in it. Basically, Paul Rudd plays like this attorney who's going to meet this kind of like reclusive person that's like a multi-millionaire, billionaire that has like this weird, played by Richard E. Grant, who I fucking love Richard E. Grant. He's so goddamn good.
Wasn't he in Shameless?
He played the brother of Flip. Um,
Love it.
but actually, no, he was in With Nail and I. If you want to watch a really good movie, With Nail and I, excellent. Anyway,
Unicorn.
No, he was in Hudson Hawk. That's a big.
Focus.
Anyway.
Focus.
and scene.
Reel it
Um,
in. Reel it in.
so anyway,
Oh, he was
Death of a Unicorn. So he's going to see this guy, and he goes into like this kind of area that's like this like forest preserve type thing, and he's talking to his daughter, Jen Ortega, not paying attention to the road, and he hits what you might initially think was a horse. And then we decide, nay, it wasn't a horse. It was in fact a unicorn. Um, and weird shit
Well,
starts
And
happening.
comedy ensues.
yes.
Yes.
'Cause this is a comedy.
All right, let's rate it.
I was a little worried that this was actually not a horror movie, but let's go.
We're doing.
Well, I think that's going to be
Okay.
evident in my.
Oh wow, he's got a single number. I'm ready.
I am not.
Really?
My numbers were all mixed
How,
up.
how long did it take you to come up with a single number?
How long?
Will why does it have to be a single number? Can't it be a
Because
double?
mine is.
Can't it be a double?
It can be a double if you. This is
It-
America.
it-
You can be. It can be whatever you want it to be.
That's what I know.
Okay.
God,
All right.
Jesus. That's why I don't drink beer as much.
I know.
Who the
I
fuck is Bourbon, but holy Christ, did I crush?
am ready.
All right,
1,
2, 3.
Wow.
Nice.
I
Okay.
liked it way better
Logan
than
gives
you
it
guys did.
2.4.
Warren gave it a 2.
I gave it a 3.5.
All right, so we seem pretty divided. Let's let the man that gave it a high score that's completely wrong talk to it.
I'm not going to argue with you on that. I don't think I gave it a 5 because I felt like the production value was good, the story was funny, it had some comedy. I thought, okay, maybe it's a little bit better than a 3.
That was a big leap from a 3 to a 3.5.
I know,
Yeah.
because I was looking through my numbers and you guys were rushing and
Oh,
I
gosh.
felt pressed. But I had fun watching this movie. I thought the unicorns and they kept getting bigger and the Big Daddy unicorn was rough and tumble and that was funny. And I thought the jokes were funny. I liked the rich kid who was not on Shameless. Did a great job and he was funny and everybody was funny. I thought it was good and it was entertaining, but it wasn't a horror movie.
And this is the funny thing. It's like, I swear, look it up in IMDb.
Yeah, I was just thinking
because
about that.
because I swear I had the impression. And it doesn't help the fact that even Plex said it was a horror movie.
Holy
So-
shit, he was in Midsummer.
The guy from Shameless.
Yeah, okay, you thought was from Shameless, yeah.
But it's like I gave it a 2 because I thought it fucking sucked.
Really?
Keep going, keep going.
And again, it's like I didn't think it fucking sucked enough to give it less than a 2. I thought there were some funny parts. I think the Will Poulter character I thought was probably my favorite thing in it. I love Paul Rudd, and obviously
Yeah.
I love Jenna Ortega. But it's like I didn't think Jenna Ortega was that funny. I thought Paul Rudd really. This was a movie to me that Paul Rudd has now become Paul Rudd. He's kind of like Jack Nicholson. It's like Jack
Whenever
Nicholson.
he's in a movie,
He just plays him.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like I think Paul Rudd is that same person. It's like you know what to expect. You know he's going to be funny, but I just don't find him that funny anymore. And I just have a real problem with the fact that I went to this movie thinking that it was going to be. I knew clearly by the title it wasn't going to be like a super scary like
correct.
Terrifier,
Yeah.
because Paul Rudd was in it. Kind of horror movie.
Hey man, Halloween 6 was scary.
Yes. Um, but like, I just was thoroughly disappointed by this movie, and and I will temper that with saying I thought it was enjoyable. I didn't hate it, um, but I was just really disappointed by what ultimately I watched.
I completely agree on that. I gave it a low 2.4 just because of the fact that I had somewhat high hopes. I know there wasn't much promotion behind it. I know there wasn't like a huge push, kind of like Cold Wednesday and all that stuff with Jenna Ortega. I just feel like this almost was like almost kind of a money grab. If they had put regular characters into this, other than the big names, maybe I would have liked it a little more. But I think I was expecting it to be funnier than it actually ended up being.
I agree.
There were parts that I was laughing my ass off, like one where the unicorn crushes the man's horse and then wipes its hoof off. Like I laughed my ass. That was like that was something, and I thought, oh, we're in for this. Like, because that was towards the beginning, and I thought, oh, this is
Right.
great. This is how the type of comedy we're gonna have. But that was few and far between. And for it to be a horror comedy, there's got to be a lot more comedy. But I think they were trying to ride that fine line of serious versus horror comedy in a what should have been a not so serious film, and it didn't mesh very well. I felt like there was no chemistry really with Jenna Ortega and Paul Rudd. Um,
No, and I get some of that might have been just like all the typical father son. Oh my God, sorry, father
Oh, she's
daughter
Jenna
thing.
Ortega, you thought
I
it
know.
was a dude?
Dude looks like a lady. Uh, but it's like I the problem I have with it was it played so much into the idea of like, oh, rich people um,
out of touch.
are out of touch, and it's like they just have so much money that like even the people that are working for them they don't care about. And whilst I'm sure, yes, I know that there are probably multimillionaires out there that are exactly like that and don't care about that. But just it's like I just don't need to see it in a movie. I just it
Now
doesn't
that's a
interest me.
little. That seems a little like there's a ton of movies that have that theme in it. So you negated the movie just because it had that sort of theme that it was rich people who
I
don't
think
care
they just
about their
tried to push
butler?
it down
I
their
just
throats.
think they try because to be honest, like to exactly that same point, Ready or Not. Like Ready or Not
Yes.
basically had that same ultimate
Yes.
theme,
Right.
but that wasn't the point of the movie. This to me,
You thought that was more of a point,
this
maybe.
was the point of the movie was the fact that you had rich people that felt they had no consequences of any of their actions. Let's take a
And
unicorn.
protect themselves.
Let's protect themselves and well protect themselves, but like oh we can also protect all of the other super rich people in the world.
Yeah.
Like that became the point
But I
of what they were doing.
but I will say that I think that was of course needed for the story because the whole point is they find unicorn blood and it cures everything, including cancer.
But they kind of
Oh, that's
breezed
the
over
big one.
that though.
I
I
mean,
felt like they could
they
have
were
done.
so rich because they were able to bring scientists into their house to do experiments on the unicorn and test the blood and come up with a
But they were there before anyway.
the scientists.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because they were there to help the old man to keep
Oh,
him
I guess
alive
right.
as
if they
long
were
as
there, but I mean,
possible.
they brought in the top leading scientists from across the globe and shit like that.
Yeah,
But
it just.
they were like obviously stupid rich,
I did
just like
so.
beyond rich.
Okay, so let's go this route. Whose character did we like the most?
Like the most,
Yeah.
or think was
No, like the most. Like who was the character where you're kind of like, okay, not gravitated towards, just liked the most out of the whole.
I think
I didn't
I,
like
I
any of them,
I
but
think Jenna Ortega ultimately. I think Paul Rudd at the end. Like to me the only like positive thing of the story, and again it's such an obvious trope, but like the only positive thing of the story was the fact that you have this guy, um, there's a pretense that he's spending the weekend with his daughter, but in reality, the whole thing was really about the fact that the guy who he's trying to get in with, i.e., Richard E. Grant, likes family, and so the only real reason why he invited the daughter was so that he could see that like oh he has a family and therefore like he's a family man and all this kind of stuff. And the moral of the tale is the fact that it's like when he thought more about his daughter than necessarily about the paycheck he was going to get by selling the serum that came out of the horn of the unicorn. Then all of a sudden, miraculously, um, the unicorns saved him.
Yeah.
You know, that was the turning point when he realized that it doesn't matter about the money. You know, I care about my daughter. Then all of a sudden, the unicorn saved him. It's a Disney story. You know, just it's
Well,
like,
it's fucking unicorn.
It was far
I mean,
fetched.
well,
what
I
do
don't
you
think he
want?
actually fucked the
It's,
unicorn.
I mean, it's
It was a bit horny.
it's obviously,
Oh god.
Jesus, it's obviously a fairy tale, so you
Yeah,
can
it
really
just
put some of that stuff
tried
into it.
way too hard. I think it just did not push it to that point where honestly the character I liked the most was Shepard because I felt like honestly he was the real person out of all of them. He didn't give a shit about anybody, only was looking to better himself no matter what, and if that was at the expense of somebody else, he didn't give a shit. Like he was, I would say, the truest character out of everybody.
As in Richard E. Grant.
No, Shepard is the boy.
Oh, the daughter.
The
The,
young-
the,
the
the
young
rich
boy.
daughter. Did you just say
I
daughter?
did say
After
daughter.
he said the boy, you said, oh, the daughter.
I think he's having gender issues
I think
lately.
I am I don't see gender, just so you know.
These fists don't see gender.
Yes, no, I agree. I mean, I think actually, maybe I take it back. I think actually my favorite character, just because I think it was she was so funny, was and so. My God, what
Take a
is wrong?
second, take a
I think I had a
It's,
stroke.
it's the unicorn blood.
I think it is.
Or talk out
Um,
one side of his mouth.
It's the Leone character because I love the fact that it's like she's the chair
She
of some
was funny.
some humanitarian
Very
like group.
I did like her demise.
Yes. Oh my God, that was so funny.
Yes.
But like it just I love the fact that
Good
it
kills.
just
Good
how quickly she changed into like, oh well, yeah, but there's money behind this. It's like we could sell this to like all these rich people. And,
Yeah.
you know.
I did like the fact that the kills. I will give this. That's probably why I gave it 2.4. Was the fact that the kills were very good. But there should have been more of them. I mean, and obviously they had a limited amount. I almost wish, yeah, at one point that the horse,
Unicorn.
bang, sorry, unicorn,
Wow.
bang somebody with its
You
horse.
racist.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Jesus.
But
You animalist.
Analist? You mean anal?
Animal.
Animal?
I don't think he fucked the unicorn.
Well,
I do wish they would have gone a little bit deeper into.
Back to fucking
See?
unicorn.
See?
Jesus, I just walked into that one.
Wish they would have prodded that subject
I
a
wish they
little
would have
deeper.
stuck it in a little
I
further.
wish they would wish they
No-
would have
no
fingered
lubes.
that issue a little bit further.
Yeah, no, I wish they would have gone a little more into the whole her touching the unicorn horn and like kind of going off into some, they made it seem like almost like an acid trip, and then
Right.
they let it go from there, and I felt like they should have
Yeah,
gone
but
a
you
little
got
bit more.
you got that a couple times. The last one was
Yeah, but they
pretty
didn't really
long
explain
trip.
it. It was like, what's her connection to it other than she touched they liked her because maybe she was a pure person at heart, but like
Which is what the lore said. She was only pure
But
at
but
heart.
but I do think the other thing I thought was actually kind of funny though was so she like when they told her to go to the bathroom and wash her face because she had blood on her face. I love the fact that the acne just like wiped off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it didn't disappear.
I was hoping
It
I was hoping
wiped
they were
off.
gonna go like poltergeist and she's gonna start peeling her face off.
Yeah, this old thing had cured her. Come on.
It was
Get it? And Paul Rudd could see without his
I wonder
glasses.
what
again.
unicorn semen can do.
Come on.
yeah.
I bet you if I have this blood,
that's
my vision will get worse.
Again, I think my problem with this movie was really more about the fact that I'd somewhat built it up that it was going to be this
Well,
this
that's
this,
the
this,
problem.
this
You would have said
amazing
That's the
movie.
problem.
You're not wrong in thinking it. So
Um,
All right, to my character, the one I liked or identified with, or I thought was probably the better character, was the butler.
Zazu?
Zazu.
was that his name?
That wasn't his
No,
name.
but he was Zazu in Gotham.
Oh my God! You think everybody's in
Gotham?
fucking
Yeah.
Gotham?
He was in
I
Gotham.
don't
I
care. I
think
don't even
I
think
think
you're
he was
right.
I think he was also in Shameless.
Hold on,
He's
I get
Griff in this one.
Griff.
Anthony Kerrigan. Fucking
What,
Anthony Kerrigan. He played Griff. Griff is the
Graf! Oh no, I
Right.
love the bit where it's like, Graf, get some swim shorts.
Right.
It's okay, Griff, cancel that. He
Right.
doesn't want it.
Forget it. But because you expected him to be very Butler-like, and really when he came out of it, he was just like Well, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I can get it for
But
you.
then he
But
kind of was defending him at the end. That's where I was like,
yeah,
what the
because
fuck
it's
is
like
all of this?
he was almost comic relief in the fact that
Yeah.
even though he was bald and no hair and he
See,
was
Victor
very
Zaz
whatever.
in Gotham.
You and your Gotham.
Whatever.
Boner.
He was just a little bit more non-Butler than I thought, and I got a kick out of that. But
Yes.
I didn't like any of the other characters so much. I didn't really identify with them.
Mm.
Jenna Ortega was okay, but she wasn't, she didn't have really that much going on for this character. It was always the same sort of flat
It's almost
character.
too Wednesday-ish.
I totally
I don't
disagree
di-
with
yeah,
that.
Just the fact that she was like
What are you
standoffish
talking
and didn't want
about?
anything to do with it.
She's a
Wednesday
teenage.
has no
Well, she's not
expressions at
actually a
all.
teenager, but she's just
Mm.
she was playing a
Oh.
teenage girl. But I
You're
do,
way off on that.
but I do think,
way
Could be.
but I do
just meant
think that
she's that whole like goth vibe and
But she didn't do the
Dad,
goth
you're
vibe. She
like,
was upset, but she had
Dad, I
emotions.
don't
She was
love you.
pouty and upset.
But that's called being a
Wednesday
teenager.
was
You should know.
expressionless the whole time.
When I
Wednesday
was a
was
teenager, I was pretty
expressionless.
bang everything. But
no, I'm talking about your daughters.
What did you just?
that was bad timing on that one.
Did you just say something about his daughters?
He said he was trying to describe that.
What happened to them?
The teenage daughter, like, in other words, like, she's just playing a teenage, typical teenage daughter.
I didn't get teenager though. I got like, is she in her 20s?
Oh, in reality, she is.
No. In the movie though, I felt
I
like
think
she
she's
was.
totally supposed to
No,
be.
like totally high school in this
Really?
movie. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He doesn't
Oh,
much
yeah.
in school. He doesn't. I don't know. I mean,
Well,
she is
he
like
kinda-
24 now, isn't she?
Yeah,
Something
in
like that.
real life.
In real
but-
life. IRL to the
Earl
Oh, sorry, Earl.
to the new kids.
on the block. So anyway, I
So overall,
No,
I
disappointing.
enjoyed it.
I'll
If you
give it
thought
one
was a
word.
disappointment.
I'll give it a one word review.
Okay.
Meh.
Meh.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair
Meh.
enough. Fair enough. I thought it was.
Okay, so you get a higher pitch.
You gave it a meh.
We're gonna replace the barrels with mess.
I thought it was,
a more girly meh.
hey.
Like I said earlier, Lon.
What do you? What?
Oh God.
All
Okay.
right.
You know what we
So-
need? You know what we need?
So
We need a finishing the bottle episode to wrap
We
this
do,
movie and the
we
last
do.
movie up.
And you know what we should do? We should crack open one of those other 6 beers that I bought. Fuckers don't
Really?
like any of
Or
we can have more
we
of the
can
other
drink a
one.
really good whiskey that I'm gonna.
or we can,
Okay.
Jesus.
So ultimately, I even though I gave it a 2,
Oh God.
I will
Don't
say
Don't say.
if it's on some streaming service that you already pay for,
yeah,
watch it.
watch it.
Let us know what you think.
Let us know.
Tell me that I'm wrong,
Tell
that
him.
my 2 is way too low,
Hello.
or tell me that I'm 100% correct and it was like, meh,
Fuck him.
please don't. Prison time.
And so it begins.
Okay. Okay. I think we're done. I think we're at like 37 minutes.
Nice.
Oh
Good
my
timing.
God.
So I'm gonna do my outro.
Thank you, folks.
But
Love
that's gonna come in the next bit.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
well,
I guess you
know.
could say thank you for this,
Yeah, I
but
can say
thank you.
Thank you.
Whatever.
Bye-bye. Thank you for joining us.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Follow us on social media.
Oh, shit.
What did you do?
What happened?
Went the wrong pipe.
Okay. Let's just continue. Ignore him.
Everyone for joining us
Like-
on another. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Like,
I would. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
And follow us on social media. This is right here.
I'm gonna do like 5 million takes.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Be sure to follow us on social media.
About this one.
What's the matter with that? What's the matter
I
with
said
that one?
feeling good about this one.
What's wrong with that one?
Nothing was
Nothing.
wrong with it.
I don't know what the fuck you're doing for it.
I'm pointing to.
Pointing does nothing. This is a social
but you
media.
see it on different lines. And
yes,
so I'm like,
but do you
I'm
know where
pointing-
the lines actually
By
are?
the way, no one can see you because there's a big logo right here.
I
That's
know,
the
they can
point.
hear me, though.
No,
We
they
did that on
can't.
purpose.
Logan Lynch
We're
over
gonna,
here.
we're gonna
Nobody listens.
cut that out.
Who the fuck is Logan Lynch? Who names
Best.
himself?
That sounds like a made-up name to
Doesn't
me.
it though? Amen.